thought of checking the activity on the important amateur radio bands at 3:45 p.m. local time using PSK Reporter. PSK Reporter has plenty of amateur radio stations globally reporting on several modes ranging from CW, RTTY, FT8, FT4 and many others. To get the local activity, I have chosen all modes in the drop-down menu. If you choose country of call sign, after typing in your call sign, you get all the reports sent and received from your country to the PSK Reporter by the various stations. A slight disadvantage is the very low number of automatic reporting stations in this region. Started checking from 6 meter band, which is the highest band available in my FT710 radio, though PSK Reporter checks up to 76 GHz. When country of call sign is chosen, data is available only for the past 15 minutes. On the other hand, if only the call sign is chosen, there is option to retrieve data up to 24 hours. There is also option to choose between sent, received and both together. For simplicity, I am choosing both. As you can see, there is no activity on 6 meter at the moment. Moving to 10 meter, there is good bit of activity with time and location of signals received being shown. If you hover the mouse over a report, the details of sent and received stations, signal to noise ratio and details of the receiving setup will be shown. Coming to 12 meter, there are plenty of reception reports while there are only a couple of send reports with time displayed. That is most likely because very few are trying the WARC band at this moment, while the received reports are from a couple of automatic stations reporting from VU. Recently, I have seen more activity on 12 meter at night with people working event stations from North America, which is one of the most difficult locations to reach from here. Activity was better on 15 meter, but not the usual level, though there were quite a few received and sent. Remember that the CQWPX contest was going on and many operators would be on SSP mode, which is not picked up by PSK Reporter. On 17 meter, there were only received reports from automatic stations and no sent. Again, as operators are likely to be less on this WARC band. There were only a few received reports on 20 meter towards the night side of the globe and no sent reports, which I felt could be due to SSP contest keeping people busy on that mode. The band was also not fully open at that time of the day. 30 meter, the remaining WARC band had absolutely nothing to be seen. Same situation on 40 meter band as well. Nothing on 80 meter either. 160 meter band was also deserted, but activity on 160 meter is very little in this region even otherwise. Moreover, 80 meter and 160 meter are usually nighttime bands, especially near the peak of solar cycle. Had a look at the planetary K index to make sure that there was no geomagnetic storm going on. Everything seemed to be in the green. Apart from the fact that my propagation study could be skewed by the CQWPX contest that was going on, I have usually found this to be a good way of assessing the amateur radio bands. As I have two antennas, one multi-band fan dipole which covers 40, 20, 15, 10 and 6 meter and another 80 meter dipole which also covers 12 meter, I use the data from PSK Reporter to decide on which antenna to connect. My work was interrupted and I could continue the post only at 9 p.m. local time, and I thought of getting more information on the propagation at that time as well. There was no new information on 80 and 160 meter bands. but 40 meter band had improved with a few received reports. 30 meter, which was vacant at 3:45 pm, had a few received reports at 9 pm. Data had improved a lot on 20 meter, which had only a few received reports earlier. At 9 pm, there were a lot of sent and received reports. 17 meter had several received reports, and the number was much more than that at 3:45 pm. Being a WARC band, sent reports were yet to appear. 15 meter was also remarkably better with plenty of sent and received reports. 12 meter had plenty of received reports but no sent reports. Again, the bias for a WARC band, which seems to be less used in this region with much lower number of operators. Though there were a lot of received reports on 10 meter, the sent reports were lesser as expected on that band at night. People may not be trying 10 meter at that time, thinking that propagation will be better on lower bands at 9 pm. 6 meter was interesting as it showed fair activity for that band at 9 pm. But the hops were only in the night time zone. There could have been some trans-equatorial propagation as the signals had gone all the way to Australia. For our region, there is nothing there but Indian Ocean to show a trans-equatorial propagation straight to the south. This post will be useful to all amateur radio operators to try out bands depending on the real-time activity on that particular band so that we can establish more contacts and enjoy our hobby to the maximum. 73 is from VU to JO. See you on the bands.